Hello, fellow CenturyLink managers. I'm Tracy CTL, and I am a Connected Communities Manager here at CenturyLink. And today I want to talk to you about the stages of listening. And we have several different levels of listening. And I just want you to stop for a minute and think about, has there been a time that maybe in your career or personal life that you were talking to somebody and you just really can tell that they're not engaged, they're not really listening to you? How do you feel when that happens? Does it make you want to engage more, share more? Or it could be just the opposite. You're talking to somebody and it's just not capturing your mind's somewhere else, and they can pick up on that you are not engaged in the conversation. So when that happens, communication breaks down. So that's today why we want to talk about active listening and the different stages of listening. So there's really 5 stages. The first one is the lowest level. It's really called non-listening, and that's you're ignoring or you're interrupting or you're being ignored, interrupted. They're not really paying attention. That's not communication, but that happens a lot today, right? We has somebody come back and said to you, "Hey, don't you remember when we had that conversation?" And you're like, "No, I'm sorry. You were probably non-listening." Tell my story or point of view listening. That's when somebody is really distracted listening. So they're listening, they say yes, and they're using the verbal cues, but they're really distracted with something else on their mind. And then agreement or disagreement. You already have it in your mind. I agree with this person. I'm putting my thoughts together. Or I disagree. I need to figure out what I can do to combat what they're saying. So the next one would be application. So you're attentive. You're sitting here listening. You're coaching an employee. You're listening to what they're saying. But carefully, you're trying to think, well, how do I respond to this? In that situation, you lose your message too because you're worried about your message versus their message. And the final and the top type of listening is called for understanding, and that requires that active listening that we talked about earlier. It's listening with empathy. It's seeing it through that other person's eyes. What is in their mind? So where's their focus? Where's your focus? Focus on the person that's delivering the message. The first 1 through 4 that we talked about, that focuses on me, focuses on the listener. It's non-listening, it's telling your own story, it's agreeing, disagreeing, trying to put in the right application. Level 5 is where we need to be. That's where the focus is on the listener, understanding. Well, how do you do that? First of all, slow down, be patient, talk less, listen more. Repeat back to confirm. Don't mirror and just mimic back what they're saying, but really, truly repeat back to make sure you understand. And lastly, at the end, recap. Make sure that you've got all the points. You'd be surprised maybe there's something you don't understand and that you can clarify. So that's an important step to take. Active listening builds trust. People who feel that they are respected, and they'll open up to you. You will understand more about your employees, more about people in your personal life, and you'll be more successful. Thank you for taking the time and listening today.